you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone that's somebody that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Bears going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on over to Houston as we're proud to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Good luck, fellas.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, a big-time pickup for the Texans.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd, the rookie from Georgia, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first rounder, Leonard Floyd. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
Now the Bears' 5th-round pick. This is Jordan Howard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Hurry up. Here we go. Go.
The play clock's running down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
When I watch Brian Cushing play, sometimes I feel like he's playing in the wrong era. Brian Cushing wanted to be back there when the men were men and just mixing it up. This guy lives to find ball carriers.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Detroit! Now, Barney! Now let's go! Detroit!
And the back goes into motion.
Over!
Possible run. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Lechler. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Lechler to punt it away. Back deep, Marcus Wheaton. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Another carry for the rookie. It's Jordan Howard. Evades the tackler and now some space. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears are in for 6. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Ready?
To throw now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they'll go into the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's right. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it right side to White. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A give to Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They come out here in the eye. They'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go! 319! 319! Leopard! Leopard! Go now! Green 39!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith from 17 yards out, and the Bears will extend their lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 15 yards through the air on a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Finding time. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Akeem Hicks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here. Hey, Charles, you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the 2nd half. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 70 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll drop to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. Mumphrey with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll be a Chicago first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way. No gain at all for the offense.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go counter with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Chicago first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now back to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. The shotgun. He'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Pernell McPhee in there to record another another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Let's go! Check, Patriot! Patriot! Green, 39!
Again, it's Howard. Stays on his feet. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Set! Green, 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Miller, the lone setback. Back to throw here. And Miller with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw now on first down. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Bullard, the rookie out of Florida, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down following the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Miller, the lone setback.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Back to throw again. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz from 6 yards away. And the Texans cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They come up in an offset eye. They go with Howard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They come out here in the eye. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And partner, this first